Hello citizens and welcome back. This is our match preview for Man City versus Inter Milan in the Champions League. Make sure to hit the like button, hit subscribe as well. Let's jump into it. So as you can see, with all the glorious sunshine in the background and very whitewashed camera, it's glorious. It means the Champions League's back. So yeah, I mean, what can we say? For me, this competition is a weird one because on one hand, I don't really care about it too much. You know, I'd rather just focus all our attention on the league and domestic competitions. And I think growing up as a City fan, I've never really bothered with the Champions League too much. That being said, over the last 5-6 years, or at least since Pep's come along, I think we should have won this competition 3, maybe 4 times. We should have won it last year. We got beat by an average Real Madrid team that we allowed to take us to penalties. Of course, we won it the year before. We got beaten in the final by Chelsea, and we should have won that. The defeat in the quarterfinal a few years ago against Milan. So look, I think this competition has been mixed for us, and we always go in as favourites. We always go in expecting to reach the semi-final or further, and really the group stages have always been one of those where we just canter through, you know, we just storm through it, no problems, which is how it should be. Now the new formats come in, it's a league, we play 8 different teams, 4 home games, 4 away games. It's a little bit mixed up, so you're going to play more difficult teams more often, and the top 8 automatically go through, and then the ones down to 24 go into a playoff system, and the rest go out the competition. I'd expect us to go through. I'd expect us to be not maximum points, but I'd expect us to be either in first or second or third. I shouldn't expect, and I don't expect any problems with us going through this competition into the knockout stages. And I don't want us to go into the playoffs because playoffs would be a disaster. It means extra games to play. You definitely do not want extra games to play. We played enough games as it is, and we're in enough competitions. I think we're in 6 competitions this season with the Club World Cup as well at the end of the year. So just get the games won, move on, get into the knockout stages, and focus on domestic after that. Going against Inter Milan, of course, I think they're probably a better team than what we played against in the final. You know, they've had an interesting start to the season. They're unbeaten. They played 4 games. They've drawn 2, won 2. They beat Atlanta 4-0 up before the international break. They drew 2-2. I think they drew 1-1 over the past weekend. But look, we're in a 100% record in the league. We're playing well. I was going to say we're playing well, but the Brentford game was absolutely dire. Before the international break, I thought we were playing well. We were controlling games much more better. We looked really solid. Then the Brentford game happened. They scored after a few seconds. And yeah, the opening of half an hour, we could have been 3-4-0 down by the time we got a goal. So we need to play better in this competition. We need to play better against Milan, and we need to pick it up. I expect more players to come in. You know, Roger was talking about players having too many fixtures, bordering strikes. You know, I can see that for them, but I would expect Rodgers to come into this game. He came in against Brentford in the second half with Kovacic. I expect him to come in this one. He's a massive cog to what we do. Massively important. We're a much better team with him in it, so I expect to see him. I can't see a game where we can afford to drop Haaland no matter what competition it is, so he's going to play. Will other players get more game time? Will Diaz start in this one? Will Stone start? You know, will Walker again play? We just don't know. We got Arsenal at the weekend, and that's the bigger focus of the Arsenal game. It's not this competition. No matter what UEFA will say, no matter what people will say, where everything is about the Champions League, do or die in that determines whether you're a good team or not. We got Arsenal at the weekend, who are better than probably 95% of the teams in the Champions League. So, yeah, that's our focus. That Arsenal game, not this one. But I still expect us to get a win. We're at home. I expect us to win every single home game in every competition, and this is no different. We've got massive games coming up. Is this one of them? Yeah, probably because it's the first game of the new format, first game of the new Champions League season. But other than that, let's get through it. Get through it, no injuries. Get through it nice and easy. We don't want one of those where we're fighting till the 94th minute, trying to battle for a 1-1 draw or something like that, because that would be a disaster for the weekend ahead. So yeah, thanks very much for watching. Thanks for checking out my score prediction. I'm going to say 3-1 to City. Never expect us to keep a clean sheet. I expect a strong team. Don't exactly know who Pep's going to play. I'll be surprised. He will likely know who he's going to play. But yeah, get 3 points, get goals, get ready for the Arsenal game. That's all it is. It's practice for that match. And to get some sort of form after that poor performance against Brentford. Thanks very much for watching. Hit like, hit subscribe. Bye-bye.